Guys, welcome back. In this video we will be talking about going for what you want in life, okay? Because I really believe that it's very important to go for what we want in life, all right? Because if we don't, we will live a life of regret, all right? Imagine yourself on your deathbed and you've never even tried to go for what you want. How would you feel? How would you feel about yourself if you never took the time to pursue your dreams, to pursue your goals? All right. I had a coaching call yesterday with one of my clients, and he would love to become a published author. All right. He's living a life that is comfortable. He's living a life that kind of feels nice. All right. But there is this nagging feeling. There is this desire inside to be more, okay? And you know you can be more. You know it. You know you can be more. And there's a few things that you would like to do, but fear is holding you back, okay? So I want to ask you a question, a simple question. What would you do if you know you couldn't fail? What would you do? What would you be? What would you be doing? Okay? Ask yourself this question. And a few answers might come up. And probably there is one thing that you would absolutely do if you know failure was not an option, okay? If it was guaranteed that you would succeed, what would you do? Maybe you have a dream of becoming a painter or a photographer, a filmmaker, or maybe you want to serve in a bar, maybe you want to go travel the world, whatever it may be, okay? Ask yourself this question. What would you do if failure was not an option? And then you can start to reverse engineer and figure out the smallest steps that you need to take in order to reach your goals, okay? But you have to first make the commitment to go for what you want. Ask and you will receive. Knock on the door and the door shall open. Go for what you want and you might actually get it, okay? But if you never try, if you never ask, if you never put out the intention, then nothing will happen. And I assume that you might regret not taking action towards your goals and dreams, okay? And sometimes we get tired of ourselves. Sometimes we wallow in complaints, excuses. I am one of you guys, okay? I got fed up with myself at some point. I was like, man, I'm so tired of all these excuses. I'm so tired of staying stuck in these unhealthy behaviors, in these addictive tendencies, okay? It's not good. It's not good because it's preventing you from reaching your goals. It's holding you back, all right? And if there's one thing that is going to change your life, it is to dare to ask. It is to dare to be bold. It is to dare to try and commit. Okay, you gotta keep trying, you gotta keep putting one foot in front of another. And it's not gonna happen by itself, okay? If you don't put the intention out there, if you don't go for what you want, okay, the universe will not answer. There is no such thing as just wishing for things to happen, okay? Sometimes if you're prepared, okay, you know what success is, guys? Success is a combination of luck, determination, intention, talent, and constant commitment, okay? Because you want to be prepared for all the opportunities that are coming your way, because they are coming your way. In fact, they're already here, all right? There's always opportunities everywhere, but you have to pick them, you have to seize them, you have to be prepared. Because if you're not prepared, if you're unaware that they are there, if you don't pay attention, if you don't perceive the opportunities, you will never be able to seize them. And the best way for you to seize opportunities when they come is to be prepared, okay? Let's say you want to become a filmmaker. Just a random example. If you practice filmmaking every single day, an hour a day, half an hour a day, doesn't really matter, okay? But maybe at some point, because you do it every day, you start talking about it to people, you go out, you mention it that you're doing something creative. Oh, what is it? I'm a filmmaker, I'm trying to get something off the ground, this and that. Maybe at some point you might meet a director or a person who is in the film industry or whoever it may be, okay? And then, since you've been practicing for a year maybe, you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the expertise, okay? You're not a professional necessarily, but you are prepared. Okay, now this person can invite you to their movie set, maybe, who knows, okay? But since you're putting in the time and the work, you're now prepared to seize that opportunity. Because if you would have never practiced the filmmaking skills, if you would have never taken action, okay, you might meet that person. In the first place, you might have never talked about your dreams because you are not doing them daily, so you don't really believe that you're a filmmaker, okay? But now you've put in the time, now you have some knowledge, now you have some feeling with what you want to do, and so these people, they pick up on that, and so you will meet the right people at the right time, you will find the right opportunities, but you gotta be prepared. And the best way for you to be prepared is to take action daily, to cut out all the excuses, all the complaining. There is no need to complain, guys. You know, this is a great tip that I committed to for myself. Every time I catch myself complaining, I tell myself, okay, you have 1 minute. I give you 1 minute to complain, and after that, you stop. It's like you just switch topics. When you're talking about something you don't really like in a conversation, you can switch topics anytime, okay? You can just move on to a different subject. You can do the same in your mind. If you're complaining, if you're making excuses, give yourself 1 minute, okay? It's fine to complain for a little bit, but then move on. Go for what you want. Complaining is not going for what you want. It's quite the opposite. It's focusing on all the things that suck in your life. That's not what you want, and that is also not going for what you want. What you want to do instead is prepare yourself. Practice daily, okay? Daily commitments, guys. Daily commitments. Because, you know, habits, they form your identity. Eventually, the habits become your identity. This is something that James Clear talks about in his book, Atomic Habits. Fantastic book if you're interested in everything regarding habits. He does fantastic research, great book, Atomic Habits. And he talks about the fact that the things we do repeatedly over time, they eventually become our identity, okay? If you go to the gym every single day for a year, you're now a fit person who goes to the gym. If you're somebody who writes a few paragraphs each day, after a year, you are now a writer because you do it every single day, okay? So think back to the question I posed you earlier. What would you do if failure was not an option? What would you do if you knew failure was impossible? Okay, you could not fail. What would you do? And then reverse engineer what you have to do in small steps today to go to that point, to go for what you want, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a creative endeavor. It can also be a relationship. It can be building something. It can be whatever is applicable to your situation, okay? Let's say you want a beautiful relationship. What do you have to do for you to get there? Become the best version of yourself, okay? Become comfortable with yourself. Learn to talk to people. Be a fun person to be around, okay? Do you want to take yourself out on a date or not really? Because if you do not, then how can you expect other people to want to take you out on a date, right? It makes sense. So work on that every day. Become a lighthearted, positive, fun person, okay? And it's something that we can all use more of. So if you learn to apply these small things every day, you remove the fear for a second, you remove the complaining for a second, and you go for what you want, you truly dare to go for what you want, you ask and you will receive, you knock and the door will open, okay? You might as well eventually end up making your dream a reality. Okay, I've been playing with this idea in my mind, the DreamFunder. How fantastic is that? Fund people's dreams. I would love to support my friend to start his own bar. Okay, he has fantastic talent in the hospitality business. He ran a few places. He's very social. He would love to run his own bar. What if I could help him reach that dream? What if I could help you reach your dream? That is just one of the most amazing things to be able to do, right? To support someone in their dreams. And I want to do that for you. I want to make you think about what you truly want in your life, what would fulfill you if fear was not an option, if fear was actually not really there. And then reverse engineer and start taking the smallest step you can think of today and commit to doing that every single day. All right, guys, go for what you want. Stop complaining. No more excuses. It's time to step up our game. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for your attention. A little bit more of a powerful video today because I felt like it needed to be said, okay? It really needed to be said. and I hope that it was at least somewhat inspiring. All right, guys, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.